Are you ready for this?
Oh,
Because
jeez.
we're recording.
Blast to the past.
We're recording right here and now, fellas. So,
Right, kick off the show.
all right. So, what's going on, YouTube? It is us again here on Flashpoint. Now, I am Austin O'Connor, also known as Jim Connors, with my special guest here today.
Owen Devine, Michael McPeak.
All right, and then my other friend over here.
Scorpion the Assassin. Thomas Renner.
All right, gentlemen, now that we are done introducing each other, we are here to watch the very first EWF show we were on.
Halloween Havoc.
Yep. Last episode we said we were going to be talking about Halloween Havoc, and here we are. Can you believe me that this has been in 2015?
I realized that the other day, and I was like, oh my god, it's been 5 years already.
Yeah. It's going to be 6 years by the end of this.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, wow.
So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on watching this. We'll be pausing this here and there just so we can actually talk about what. So, Tom, without further ado.
All right, I have to.
Yes, let's do it, or I will
Blast
get
to
up
the
and do it.
past.
Here we go. Man.
Do you still have the tarp for that one? Or
I'm not sure if I still have that tarp or not. I know that I have the canvas that came later. I still have that sign, though, the Halloween Havoc sign.
Yeah. I forgot. Did you make it, or did someone else do it?
No, I made that one. I made that, I think, the day before the show.
Hey, it looks good for last minute,
Something like that. It wasn't much before this show that I made that song.
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh,
There it is. There's a siren right there.
Oh god, we had that song. I didn't realize I had that song for that.
Dude, you had it for
Really?
so long, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
Look at he had his glasses on,
and
the long hair.
Yep, long hair,
Right?
glasses.
Wearing a suit with my sneakers.
Yep.
Wait, did you only have one glove at the time too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing the one glove thing. See, every time I feel like Owen Devine hasn't evolved, I look back and I'm like, oh, Owen Devine has evolved quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
my
God!
God.
The girls. Hey, I forgot Dan was with us
Wasn't
too.
he our ref
Yeah,
for a
Dan
little
was
bit?
For a little bit,
for a
yes, he
little
was. Yep. So there's Porcelain Princess with Halloween. There's Dan.
You know, I have no idea whatever happened to that black button.
Really? Oh man.
I forgot that's the actual EWF title, right?
Yup,
or was that the North American belt?
That's the EWF North America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, that was going into,
Last show of the year, the chance for each superstar to make.
And there's the patented pole that.
Before.
the pole. But that's before it was welded.
Yeah.
If you look, it's tied.
Yeah.
Didn't you wasn't it like zip tied and
It was
also like
zip
rope
tied.
tied?
Zip
Rope
tied.
tied.
We
was
taped it, like-
Yup, it was, and still every time you took a step, it would be like.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Then.
It's a good thing that we never hung anything from it, or the trampoline would have just whisked away like a sail.
No, we had the title sewn onto it.
But they were big enough to catch the wind. Like,
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
imagine if we hung like the
No
EWF
love, no glory,
It would go.
or just snapped the whole post off.
Elite Wrestling Federation North American Champion.
The North American Championship.
That hasn't come
I was gonna say, weren't you the last one that held it?
101 days.
The last person to hold the North American, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you. He
Yeah.
actually had that 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was with Eric at the table.
Oh my God, that tables match. That was nuts. That was completely nuts.
Oh, you just announced that this was vacated.
Yep. Yep, that's right, because I was going in and I was like, all right, well, we need to do something with this bell.
Yep.
Vacate that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think for you and I think it was that we were from like Japan or something like that.
Well,
I
no,
think-
I was from Japan. You traveled out.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah. But like
Yeah.
you and I were like friends or a tag team or something.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had,
you
we, had
never
a,
fallen
well, we
out.
had like this vague history of falling out
Yeah.
that we never fully explained because we're like,
Yeah.
vagueness.
At least I remember.
Oh my god, look, there's still another bowl.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, I remember that. Yes.
That's before that one got snapped off.
Yes.
I feel like there's probably still a couple because I remember that the first few shows, it was always like, oh my god, it's gonna go through my chest. Like everyone
yeah.
was so
We
worried.
gotta
we
be
were
really
gonna die.
careful where we're gonna go. What's gonna happen here? But then yeah, like I went to Japan. You were like a bodyguard or something like that, and then like something about somebody seeing you like muscle somebody out.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man, he would be a cool wrestler. And then like I brought you back, and then
Yeah.
then,
Like I had.
then you and I had like the little meetup thing. I got a
Yeah.
guy, you know, and you were just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we had that little brief thing. That I know it snowed during that promo when we were standing in front of my garage.
Yeah.
There was actual
snowing
snow
then.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
that was the
I
real
think-
deal. Snow.
I think we were actually breaking down at that point when
I
you
actually
guys
think,
filmed
it was
'cause,
after
like,
this day. I actually think it was after this.
Yeah, because
And we're like, oh wait, guys, we don't have a reason.
it was me,
That
Eric,
was-
and like someone else. We were walking out, and we are like, "Oh, guys, hold up, they're recording."
That was literally one of the times where we were just like, we're missing something. We need to film this. We were just like, oh crap, how are we gonna do it then? Then sure enough, it was all just like, well, this is how we're gonna do it. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool, I got you.
Oh, and this was surprise.
Oh, yep.
Oh my god,
Kool-Aid.
the Kool-Aid shirt.
It. Yeah, I still see him like here and there, like walking through Kingston sometimes. You know.
Yeah, I see him every once in a while too.
Yeah.
He really wasn't that bad. Like he kind of, he definitely knew his stuff a bit. You know.
He definitely knew wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
and he knew there was definitely stuff that would have needed to continue to be worked on.
Right.
But for the situation we were in, he was actually a lot better than I expected him to be in that situation.
Right. Definitely.
Yep. And then here's
There it
me.
is.
And
Oh.
there's you.
And the jorts.
Yeah. I still have that same pair of shorts till today. Like I didn't realize how old those shorts are.
But the
now.
Guardian shirt is missing. Nobody knows
Yeah,
whatever happened
I'm-
to that fucking.
I'm actually
it is
really,
gone.
I'm really mad because I really liked how the Guardian had the angel wings on the back.
I really like that too. I always liked that shirt.
We're gonna have to like bring that back or something somehow, some way or whatever.
Somehow.
I mean, I remember that, the inspiration with the Guardian that I was going off of. This was when I was really still big in Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, man, I really like the Guardian deck, like Iatos and like that Raphael used during the show. I was like, I'm gonna base my character off the Guardians, and here I am.
I mean, to be fair, there is a bit of Seto Kaiba in Owen Divine too.
Yeah.
There's a bit of Seto Kaiba.
Yeah.
I think that's Matt Bradley sitting up there.
I think so.
Yeah, by Dan, and I think that
Yeah.
was
I
Matt.
don't know who the girl is. That might be Mom. I'm not sure.
Wait, girl.
I don't think she was there for this one.
No, Mom refused to watch me in the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's right. She would not go anywhere. She would
Yeah.
not.
It could have been Matt's girlfriend.
Maybe.
Maybe Tony.
I thought
Oh,
Tony.
Tony's
Tony's
fine.
the
filming.
ref,
Oh, okay,
right? Wasn't Tony ref?
Yeah.
I think so.
Tony was ref. Tori was filming, so it might be his girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be his girlfriend, or it could have just been somebody else. Who knows?
Sure.
But it might have been. It looks like it might be his girlfriend at the time. God, 5 years ago.
Look at that, like good old shaking hands, good sports.
Shaking
thing.
hands,
Yeah.
kill each other. No.
Yes. Now kill each other.
Make this make good. You know, your guys' careers depend on this moment here.
Mhm.
Oh, the insults for Owen Divine. Overweight has been superstar.
All right, now let's check this out.
Oh my God! Look at that beautiful!
Ah,
look at that! Look at that
Lock
lock up.
up. Dude.
And that art.
Oh,
Oh
God.
man! Oh man. Well, you know, at that point he has like the good hold. You know.
He does
Yeah,
have
he
the
does.
wrist held the right way.
Right. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look
Oh,
at
that was a
Whoa.
broken reverse. You saw that?
That was a little sloppy there, but he made it work.
Sloppy. That was beyond.
But see, the thing
That's
that
more
I've
than
always, the thing that I've always enjoyed looking into retrospect is actually how well you guys did considering where you guys, the level that you guys were at the time.
Absolutely. And what's really messed up is that Austin's connecting. You know, he's
He's
able to
thinking.
get those but if you watch, you know, Surpriser, he's a mile away because everybody had that warning. Don't you?
Yep.
Like I didn't connect. Like I actually hurt the guy.
No.
It was like,
You had
like I
that-
was like that craze.
Yeah. But he had his distance a little bit too.
Yeah.
Others that had like, you know, pop their head like a zit.
Oh, and then boom.
See, the other thing that I feel like it had occurred to me a while ago with us starting on a trampoline is in a way I feel like it sort of broke our habit of trying to break our fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we did that transition from a trampoline to the ring, we were no longer in that habit of trying to break your fall from something because you were used to falling.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
It
know.
may
Like,
not be the best place to start, but
I mean, sometimes it helps when like, you know, you're getting thrown into a super kick and you just have to drop. Because I remember there was the one time I forgot which show it was. I was thrown into one of your super kicks and I was like, fuck, I gotta drop. I was Buddy. I remember. So I remember I was like, shit, I gotta drop. So I instantly just dead dropped me right when.
there we go with the fake ropes. You saw that, right?
Oh yeah.
Run to the edge, stop, turn around.
Nowadays, you have companies out there that have the trampoline and they have ropes built up around them and everything.
Yeah. I forget which company was it that actually had like a circled ring. You know, like it was either circled or it was like an octagon sort of.
I know there was a rectangle. I think that was the one that Uslo and everybody was from.
Yes,
They
UWE.
UWE, I believe they had. And
They had like the rectangular trampoline.
yeah, and then ESW.
ESW does Circle of Hell.
Oh,
Or
Yeah.
used to do Circle of Hell inside their trampolines.
Yeah.
Now they just make a circle of people.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember when we were checking those guys out because that was my mistake when I was talking to Julie about getting Austin into this.
Showing her that.
Showing her that one. I was just
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to see what backyard wrestling is like? And she goes, I heard it's horrible. And I was just like, no, check out these guys. These guys are awesome.
I'm just sorry to interrupt. I'm just
Talking
looking.
about
brutal.
the-
I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm looking at the three counts.
Like,
Like,
one,
one,
two,
two, and then do the three boom.
Because I
chokeslam.
remember in the shop explaining to him like counting for
Right.
suplexes.
Yeah.
And then we were just counts for everything. However, we do have to talk about the fact that Surprise took that choke slam motion-wise better than most people have in a ring.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
the
God.
patent-
What was
Oh
this?
god, the gallows pole!
You
I was gonna
remember
say, what
this?
was Yeah. How did this move work? Honestly, I remember like I stopped.
That was all owned one because we were trying
Yeah.
to
We were
figure out
trying to
a
find you a
good
good finisher. And I think I had just started to rewatch the whole thing with CM Punk and the Straight Edge Society and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I had said, you know what, I really like this move. It's a move that's not done very often, but it's a move that is a pretty decent move
Yeah.
for a larger guy to just be like, no.
Yeah.
So like, and I always thought that would, I thought that fit Guardian really well.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was just out here.
Yeah, I was just out here.
I think it was like elimination or process or whatever to like claim that title or something like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was like the first two, I told them like they had to fight for a job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason the winner of the match got to face Eric.
I think it was for the title.
And it was for the vacant North American title.
Yeah.
Because this was also technically the birth of the Alliance too. This event.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because I think it was just you and Eric as the alliance first, and then like over the
Yeah.
year.
Because it had started initially, we were just going to have the Alliance as me and Eric. It was just supposed to be a tag team. Because I was pretty much going for kind of like a power trip sort of thing,
Yeah.
like, you know, Austin and Triple H.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I kind of like the idea of, you know, The cigarette and smoke in the eye.
Yep,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I can't see.
That was always my one problem with Eric Richards, was the smoking. I always felt that it just made it harder for him to go out there and
Perform.
Yeah.
I felt like he got gassed too quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There they are with their little DSs.
Yeah,
The
with
little
the DSs.
DSs.
The little DSs.
Dude, that was like
recording all this.
all super tech to kids then, you know?
Oh,
Like,
Right? 5 years ago, man, we got a DS.
yeah, the DS recording feature, like, I
And
think
now
it was
we
the
got
I think it
Dan
was the DSi, honestly, that recorded. Like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
Oh.
We just started right in.
Man, he just yanked them in. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The amount of trouble we would get into now, you know.
Dude, if like,
We get lockups like that
I
now.
caught myself.
He's like, oh, there's that pole.
Yeah. Dude, like, if I think if like Yankee watched this right here, he'd be like,
He'd be having heart
what
attacks.
school did you guys go to? Like,
And then, like, you notice that it's still the counting. It's okay, 1 and 2. And
Yeah.
wow, let's push each other
you
up.
can tell from our movements, you know?
And you can tell that, like, you know, we knew generally what we wanted to do, but there was a lot of lack of knowledge
Yeah.
still. There was still a lot of technical know-how.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were doing it off like what we could try to do, what
Yeah.
we learned.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this was like before when we were actually looking up like professional videos of how to do stuff. We were just
Yeah.
watching like, you know,
Yeah.
we were watching just regular matches to like, hey, this looks cool. Watched it 20 times. All right, let's try it.
Look at him. He's like, I'm just going to kick him a couple times.
Well, and not even that, like, he's kneeing him, he's just like,
Da, 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 da.
what's happening over there? And I feel like you and I were probably yelling at him or something, which is why he was looking off that way. We're probably like, like,
Probably.
Mhm.
There we go, the patented push off there.
Yeah.
the patented push off and those really, like, awkward stomps.
Yep.
The
Oh,
cadence was always awkward. Choke slams, we also, you know,
choke slams are all us.
1,
See?
2,
Oh,
3.
boom.
Oh, we almost flipped Guardian there.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember the time where I was deaf going against, I think it was Guardian.
Yeah, it was. Oh my God! When I did this Dream Street on you.
Yeah, because we were just like, here, we're going to give you a new move in this Dream Street. So, well, how does it work?
Yeah,
So you can just do this, do that, and then all I got to do is this, and then
Yeah.
and like the timing was just off just enough, and I just folded,
Yeah, because
and
that's
that
what I
was it. Because I got and told him, I go, you got to feel me, I can't move my legs, I can't move my legs. So you what?
What?
I remember, like, I was looking into like DiBiase's the Dream,
Yeah.
and then it was someone else who did the same move, but he incorporated the slam.
That
with
was
it.
his son.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
DiBiase Jr.
And I was like, I like that. That's easy and simple. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And there you go. I almost killed to that death. Like,
Yeah, he almost killed that. Look at that.
How do we think you became deaf?
yeah.
Originally, his name was Bob.
Yeah, I mean that day, you know, when I almost killed Death, you know, that was where Death like lost all his ferocity.
Yeah, that is what killed Death after that. After that, Death never regained his, walk into a match, and 2
Yeah.
minutes later, the match is over.
He had the
Right.
awesome first match. That was it. And that's the same with Norman. Norman only won once. He lost every match afterwards.
Yup.
And I was like, that's the best thing I could ever do.
In a way, though, that I did always kind of like that we didn't have our biggest guys always at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was one of the things that I really, quality of product at the time aside, it was really... I really liked not having all of our big guys at the top. Oh.
That was just...
Oh, wow.
It's like,
Oh.
I was like a 5-year-old like fighting, like they
I
bring
was-
their arms back
I was
really
about-
far.
That's how scared we were of hurting you.
He took my candy bar first.
Oh my God! Oh wait, this was the suplex here. Now, like here we go. Like oh no, no.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I think I did, yes, because I was
Yeah.
over at the commentary table, and I kind of got a little bit worried because I was worried that Austin was going to, suplex him, and they weren't going to get in position.
Yeah. I was worried that they were right on the
That
edge.
side. Oh,
That is high quality right there. That's,
Yeah, it didn't even look like we lifted. We just went sideways.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like we were like, we're on the side. Let's just fall over. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even remember what happened there.
I think
What
Eric was tired. I think he was
Yeah.
like really winded at that point.
What annoys me right here is when I do my choke slams, I let go. I bring them up. I let go, slam into their neck again, and then I go for it. It's killing me that I did this. Like,
Good. I hope it does. Little
But see,
gangster.
being able to look back and see what you did wrong, that's the good thing. You know, being able to
Yeah.
acknowledge what you were doing wrong and what you should have been able to be doing differently.
mm-hmm.
Another choke slam?
Yep, another choke slam.
See,
Watch this.
that
Oh
was
no,
our thing.
double.
We
It's a
had you
double.
and Eric constantly just choke slam.
Oh, here it comes.
And boom,
Oh,
this was it. This was the kick right
that
here.
was vicious. Here it comes.
This
Here
was
it
the
comes.
kick that, like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
completely missed.
here comes the most beautiful super kick in the world.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah,
because
Freddy Krueger.
Surprise comes in
Yep.
for the submission title, or his secret character.
Bang! See, that looked like it connected.
Yeah.
That looked like it was dead
And then I
on.
run away.
Yep.
And look, I could run. Well, kinda.
Well, no, that was before your
definitely
knees
before
were like
the
shot,
braces
you know?
and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Eric losing the submission title
And like,
because that was 24/7.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And then like the corner, like that shot, it really looked like you caught him. But then when you look at, it was either Savannah or Cheyenne's footage. The foot is like that far away.
Mm-hmm.
At least on the camera angle, man.
Yeah, that's where it counted. And it worked, so.
That was great. Eric's just like put his head up like, am I good? And then put that back down and then instantly started moving. Like one of those like, am I good?
Is the camera on me? Yes. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I am. You talking to that? We're all laughing and joking.
Yep. Oh.
Oh yeah, there you go. Eric got the pin.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3 there.
Mm-hmm.
Because, see, that was always the thing, that, you know, as convoluted and chaotic as the Alliance antics were, they were always supposed to be convoluted and chaotic.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be like, you know, I screwed Eric out of the submission title, but I gave him the North American title,
North American,
basically.
yeah.
So it's like, the Alliance was always this ridiculous kind of concept
Right.
that was always kind of like, you know, one step ahead. The Alliance serves a purpose.
I noticed Eric at times, so Eric and Austin were totally different. Eric would, at times he would sell it and then not sell it. Where Austin would sell it and then we would have to stop because we would really, man, he's just selling.
Well, either that or you,
Isn't that what I'm
do
supposed to
something,
do?
he looks like
Yeah.
he's dying, so you get down, you know, like for the pain, like, oh, are you good? And he just goes, no, yeah, I'm totally fine. And you're like,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
you're like, I thought you were dead. Like,
Oh my God, here comes that backstage. Where's Owen? I want Owen.
Yeah.
Mavra.
Matt Bradley. Look at that hairdo, Matt Bradley. It's
Right.
definitely not like that no more.
No.
Yep.
So from there you can clearly see like I had like a very, very faint bald spot. It wasn't as bad as it is now.
As it is now. Oh,
As it is
all
now,
right.
so
I don't know. You look kind of bald from here. Like.
you did. And like Matt is trying so hard to keep a straight face, but it's just not working.
It really, see, that was the problem. We all had these, we were all, I feel like we were so excited to be doing it.
Yeah.
And we were all just so ready to be doing it. And for the people who were like newer to it, it was harder for them to just shut off that, you know, oh my God, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Which then it would wind up being, I think it was like mostly me and you, like we would get into straight serious character mode and
like,
like
guys,
storytelling and be like,
calm down, like,
guys, stop laughing. This is so cool. Like, we get that. We've been in your shoes before.
laugh after we shut off the camera.
Save it, save it.
Okay. There's Eric standing there right with
Oh,
the
yeah.
transition.
The
Like-
Android 17.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know whatever happened to that to the red ribbon shirt.
No, now that I actually watch Dragon Ball, I do see the android, you know, like.
You know, before this event, I spent so much time trying to find a pair of blue Converse. Because he wears blue Converse and green socks. And I have the green and white striped socks, but I couldn't find the Converse.
Oh, man.
So I just wore the boots. The combat boots.
Yeah.
Come on, Owen, come on, big man.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on,
here
big
it goes.
man.
Right on the mic.
Champion.
That was the one thing about Owen Devine was that not only could he wrestle, but the mic skills were there.
Yeah.
And that's something that a lot of people truly don't have. Like they really can't do both. It's either one or the other. Or they have good mic skills, but they either don't go to their full potential, or they start off really good, but I don't know whether it's like an ego thing or if it's just like in the moment kind of a deal. But they either go on like a totally different tyrant, or they just kind of turn it into a place where it doesn't even need to go. Like it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
It definitely... My work on the mic is definitely something that I'm quite proud of. Something that I'm glad that I'm able to do.
Right.
Because the whole thing is, if you meet me backstage, outside of wrestling, I don't think I'm anything like Owen Devine.
No.
Owen Devine it's two completely different things.
People.
So when I'm Owen Devine, I'm Owen Devine, and when I'm trying to think about what to say, it's always like, say. But like once I'm in the mindset of Owen Devine, it just comes out. Owen knows what he needs to say.
Right, definitely. And that's definitely something that a lot of people think that they have, and then they really don't have. Like, there's been so many times where guys had catchphrases that, when they send it kind of first, it sounded, okay, no, it was kind of cool. But then when you sit back and you really think about what they said, it's like, it really made no sense what you just said whatsoever. Like, it sounded cool because you're a cool guy, but it made no sense. Oh my god.
Exactly. And now we have Dirty Sanchez in the Solomon mask.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That outfit looks really familiar.
It does. It looks like it was just used.
Yeah.
Yes. Straight on down to the boots, I think.
Yeah. And that chain.
Yep.
Dangling by the hip there.
Remember that chain?
Yeah,
Honestly, I
that
always
chain.
thought that the chain, that last shot, was something that was actually worked really well for Eric Richards.
It definitely did.
Yeah, it did.
And the fact that he also wore the chain all the time anyways worked, because you take it out of your pocket, dink someone in the head with it, and toss it, and they can't say, oh, you used a chain.
Right.
Like, it was just one of those things that was like, kind of, but the mask is coming off already.
Yup.
See, and one of the things, I don't know if you guys ever actually knew, was years ago, before you guys had come around, I had unmasked Solomon as Owen Devine. As
Really?
I was in a rivalry with Nelson, and Solomon came out and destroyed Nelson, and then I had him in a chair, just took the mask off, backed up, planted the super kick. And I think, if I remember correctly, I ended up basically retconning to say that, like, I took the mask from Solomon. But I think initially the plan was supposed to be Solomon was Owen. Like, it was a big plan by Owen Devine the whole time.
Gotcha.
Come a long way since 2008.
With his legs crossed, just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm glad here.
I just got done wrestling a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I kind of need a breather, guys.
And, like, I know that we cut a chunk out of the side of the Solomon mask to help make it look creepier.
Right.
But I feel like it also served the purpose of helping people to breathe in that mask.
Yeah.
It looks like he's fiddling with the mask a lot, though, too. And oh,
Yeah.
DD-plex.
Pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what it was. Because, like, we started to go, and then as soon as we got to a certain point, there was just no more momentum coming.
Because I think what the problem was, Eric never gave us enough momentum.
Yeah.
Initially, in early shows.
Yeah. Later on, he definitely ended up, like, improving a lot.
Yeah. And he improved a lot over a short period of time.
Yeah, he really did.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually the fun part, was that we definitely mixed it up between being on the trampoline and actually being on the ground and stuff.
Yeah.
So that definitely, really made it work out pretty well.
Yeah.
Anytime I see anybody get whipped towards the trampoline, one thing pops into my mind.
Oh yeah, is that the same one that I'm thinking of?
The match with Eric Richards versus Weya.
Yeah,
And Eric and hit into the ring. Okay.
Yep.
Smack.
Grabbed him by the wrong arm.
Well, see, but the whole problem was Weya said, "Throw me into the ring."
Yeah.
And then he whips him.
And then
Weya cracks into the ring.
Yeah, like why never jump to get in? He just went with it.
That was.
Was that like? I think that's what was it. That really what he was asking, or was he actually asking to get thrown into like?
I feel like he was probably asking to get thrown into like, ow, hit me with the hit the ring with me.
Right.
But Eric's like, oh, on the ring, okay, and so like the communication just wasn't there.
Yeah.
But every time I watch that, I mean, the trampoline shifts. From the impact.
It definitely did. It was a straight solid shot. Bang! Like everybody thought he was really, really hurt. And there's Porcelain Princess up there giving it away that someone's coming out or something. That's another thing about Eric. Eric was really, really good at being able to take the death drop really, really well. Because there's a lot of guys that
it's hard for you to do it with.
It's really hard because I try to pull him back and I lean forward so far that it's not natural for me because they're not arching their back far enough.
Yeah.
Eric would bend his knees a little bit and arch back at the same, so it was perfect.
Eric knew. See, that's the one thing Eric was really good at. Whenever I needed to figure out how to do something with the head and practice it, all right, good. So
he was a dummy.
He was always really good to work with though, because he was always very sure whatever. There wasn't really much Eric wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So planning matches with Eric was never hard because it was never is he going to be able to do this or is he okay doing a hardcore match? It was always all right, well, we put up a test. Who else is okay doing it? And now we have our main event match, I believe.
I know he was a huge, huge fan of Shawn Michaels. And that's the kind of direction that he was kind of going with Surprise, with the whole Shawn Michaels way.
Yeah, he was. I remember he was a really big fan of Shawn Michaels. He was also a really big fan of The Undertaker, but he wasn't a big fan of The Undertaker.
I was gonna say almost everyone is is a fan of Undertaker for the amount of years he's been doing it, and also just how he was.
Yep.
The dead man's been dead for 30 years and more, but he's still wrestling.
Well, I had seen one of my friends post a thing, it's weird to think that, I'm 27 years old, but I've never existed in a world where The Undertaker didn't exist.
Oh, yeah.
I was born in 93. He debuted in 90. So, I've never existed in a world where The Undertaker was not a wrestler. Because, and the light bulb cross.
Light bulb cross.
I've thought about bringing that back a few times.
When I see you come out and you're posing like that, I'm just like, don't break the balls. Don't break the balls.
See,
don't break the balls.
I actually
felt it tense.
I felt it start to creep, but I had done it a few times before that to make sure I could actually do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have Okami booing, and you have Porcelain Princess over there. Yeah, what's up?
And the title's up there too, on top of that post.
Oh yeah.
I actually, if I remember correctly, I ended up whacking my knee going for that.
What I think is very impressive is he's so incredibly restrained, not bringing the back right in there with him. Looks like he's going to save the light bulb fun for later. Hope Surprise is ready for a surprise.
But yeah, there was definitely a lot, especially in early, in this Owen Divine, you can definitely see a lot of the punk and a lot of the, the more of those, I guess. I'm trying to think of the term, I guess.
Looks like nothing's changed.
Eccentric heels?
Yeah. You definitely were able to pull in the heel tactics from so many great heels, and then really mold them into one character, which was actually really really cool. Even to the whole point to where even Owen Devine would use like the trademark saying like when you were champion that I don't have to beat you, you got to beat me kind of deal. You know what I mean? So then we just made that character even more and more devastating and more feared kind of a deal, because that just makes the opponent know like I got to work twice as hard now.
Yeah.
Because like at any moment.
He also put that Hell's Gate in rather effectively.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
right? Like that was just a nice fluid pull.
Boom, boom, boom. There you go. It's over.
Yep. Actually, that's the one thing like no one really does in the backyard now either. Is like the Hell's Gate.
I feel like because the Hell's Gate also had the problem everybody did it for so long.
Yeah.
But then nobody ever really did it as fluid as it should have been done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of moves. There's a lot of wrestling moves out there that is just not done in the backyard, and some of it is guys are just not technically sound to do it, or it's something that they see on TV, but everybody's so gun-ho for those spots. Everybody's so gun-ho to do those big, huge power moves and these high-flying things, and that regular, technical wrestling is just kind of forgotten about. Like, how many kitchen sinks do you see?
Exactly. How many Russian leg sweeps do you see anymore?
Yeah.
That's something I realized recently you don't see very often in backyard.
Hell,
Russian leg sweeps.
Friggin' a small package. Like,
small packages.
Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I don't know about you, Mike, or you, Austin, but there's always been those times to where like you finally get into a match, and you're in, like you and I, we had several matches, and you get prepared for it, you're going over what you want to accomplish and all this and that, and then you get in there and you start doing your thing, and it's like, yeah, I made it, I did it, it was a great match, and then like afterwards you look back and it's like,
oh, I should have done this.
I should have done this.
Yeah. I could have done that.
I could have done
instead
that.
of this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just like, all right, I'll say that for next time then and everything. And then it just becomes like a vicious circle and stuff. Like even now there's times to where I'm just like, I get in a ring with this guy, I can really put on like really good, excellent, wrestling moves and everything.
Yeah.
But, at least stuff I know that I can do.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, yep.
Oh, dude.
That still gives me goosebumps seeing that.
Oh, here comes the attack. Yep.
Yeah.
Finally, different clothing that he was wearing for the previous 2 appearances on this event.
I think it got colder, that's why.
yeah. Porcelain Princess has a jacket on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's the referee call for assistance. And
The GTS that he slightly.
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 You're being really generous right now.
Slightly.
Oh, I'm not close.
He's one of the few people
right
that I have tried that GTS on who've actually assisted in getting over my shoulders. He just messed up after that point.
After that point, okay.
Because normally my issue is the people don't get, and no help getting over. And
Right.
I'm like, oh, God, you're falling. Like,
Oh, and then
yeah.
best part is that like he didn't even attack me. Like I just stood there and I was like, "Yo, Tom, you all right?" And then like he just ran over and he was like, "I'm gonna put the lock on you."
Oh yeah.
He didn't
the
hit
whole
me. He didn't do
handcuff
nothing.
thing and shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like.
And then, oh yeah, that you were doing on the board.
Tubing in the back.
The whole paint over there.
Painting in the back over there.
Yep, and here I am. Like I'm
I was like, how the hell am I gonna do this?
yeah, how do I get out of this? I didn't even fight, but how do I get out of this?
Pop.
That's the kick
But that-
did the
but that
two-
wasn't.
That wasn't.
That wasn't.
Was it the
No,
third or
no.
second one?
No, it was our first match kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I think if I remember correctly, the 3 here, the 3 at the shop, those were all perfectly done.
Yeah.
And then the one in the match, the first time we actually wrestled.
I remember when this got aired and we had a fight with Julia to watch it, and then when she finally watched it, she was like cringing. She was like, "Oh my God," and I'm just like, "It was fine. We were all good."
Yeah, honestly, this event, I had a lot of fun doing. It's a bit, some cringe looking back.
It is. It is. There are parts where it's kind of like, we could have done this, but like knowing what we know now, it's like, this would have been great here, this would have been great there.
Yeah.
Or
Or we should have done this different, or shouldn't have done this. But
absolutely.
But overall, I think, like I said, this is really, it was the rebirth of EWF.
Yeah.
And it started to sort of plant those seeds for the, what would become the UWF eventually. Was, all of this craziness and excessiveness. But at the same time, I mean, for a show that only had 3 matches,
Yeah.
it was, I think, a pretty well-executed beginner show.
I gotta
I
say,
think there was
it
4 matches. Because it was you and Sanchez.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So Sanchez. So yeah, there was
Eric,
4.
and then-
Yeah,
yeah,
because you
there's
went
4.
facing. You were just like, no.
Yeah, you went.
Well,
You're-
no, because
you're not at my level. Here, Dirty Sanchez is more your
Dirty
level.
Sanchez
man.
is your level. That's okay. I honestly feel like we could have also done so much more with me and Eric as a unit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely without a doubt. Do you miss the one here?
I do. I do, honestly. It definitely made me feel like a 90s heel. Just having the
Yeah,
long
the long
hair,
hair.
the hair flips, and
I am coming down to the 100% convincing part that once it gets to a certain point, when it gets to a certain level, I'm just gonna go Bam Bam.
You're gonna go. You're gonna.
I might not get
Skull
flames or something, but I'll.
you gotta
I'll
get the
try and figure out
UWF
something.
logo on the back of your head, and it's
You
flaming
gotta get a
off,
tattoo
right?
there. No.
Man, Halloween Havoc.
Halloween
boy.
Havoc in the books.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Again.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, again, it's in the
wow.
books. Yeah.
So, dude, you're not like that much bigger. Like, you really wasn't that big of a guy kind of video. Like,
I don't know.
I was
yeah.
pretty much more chunkier than you were,
All right.
but dude, seeing you
Uh,
there to
yeah.
what you can do now, it's the whole.
It is. It's a great, it's a great way to see how far we've come. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, you go from those things. Even my match with Surprise was like, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And then you fast forward to, me doing almost 30 with Judgment.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
you go from these things where it's like, these small little matches, and then you look how far you've come, and it just makes it feel so much better. Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, look what I've done
yeah,
in 5 years. Like,
Yeah.
look how far I've risen.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wind up in 2 boats. You're just like, I've done all this stuff, in this short period of time. I'm good. Like, this is nice. Then on the other hand, it's like, okay, I've done all this in this short period of time.
What else can I do?
What else can I do?
Yeah.
It
So then
really
it's that
is,
conflict
yeah.
battle right
Yeah.
there.
I'm definitely, I hear you. I'm definitely at that same place where it's like, all right, well, have I done enough? Or, what else can I do? Like, it starts to raise those questions. It really does.
I mean, look at all the places you've been too.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, done in DBW, done in NUW, UWF, EWF, all these things. And it really is like, like I had said, you meet so many great people,
hmm
and you build so many great relationships and so many great, connections with people. And then you just put on all these great matches.
Yeah.
Tell all these fantastic stories with your friends.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about this, honestly, is it's just, we just get to keep beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then give each other a big hug at the end of the day. And,
Yeah,
"Oh,
like,
I
hey,
love you."
thanks for taking that beating for, like.
But let's not forget the other thing that it does. It actually helps us, just like we mentioned before, any other episode, that it actually allows us to, really be ourselves.
Yeah.
Give us an opportunity to break that mold and everything like that. And one example for me was Austin. Austin was somebody that was always in his room playing Xbox, him going out was going to Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, like when I first met him, he was definitely a lot more shy and reserved than he
Yeah.
is now. And I mean, now we got Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we got
got
Archie
Loman,
got
Archie
Buddy,
the Punter, we
we
got
got
Dave
yeah.
Connors.
It's great. And it really, like you said, it does. It kind of, it gets you more comfortable with who you are, because you're going out there. And even if it's not who it is yourself, you're going out there in front of people
Yeah.
and doing a whole thing, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, all right, well, if I can do that, B&B's not too hard.
Do you remember the moment that really transitioned Austin from being the shy little guy in
All right,
his
no,
room?
this one will be saved for a
to-
different episode. This one's saved for a different episode. Don't continue talking on
All
that.
right,
Okay,
all right.
That's
fair
for
enough.
a different
Fair
one.
We'll
enough.
pull
We
up
can't
Shy
keep-
Reserve Dalston.
Yeah,
in another
We'll pull,
episode.
yeah. We'll have a specific episode that'll pick on me in the future.
Yes,
okay?
I love it.
But
Episode
not
picking
here
apart.
and now. All right.
Oh man, well,
So we can't reveal everything. Come on.
absolutely,
This is true.
absolutely. I definitely feel that there's definitely more here. I definitely feel that there's more that we can talk about and cover, and there's also
Always.
some like amazing matches that we can go over and rewatch and stuff. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely think we should do it again. And
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So I think we'll leave. I think we'll leave the next episode to be a surprise for our guest here. For
Let's
what
do it.
will come out next. Okay.
Awesome.
So like the other episodes, do you guys want to say anything left to the audience before we log on out?
Like, share, subscribe, and come to UWF in 2021.
And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, that the EWF is actually still up,
Yes,
still for viewing pleasure. So if you want to
UWF
see
is still on YouTube.
any of these matches that we've talked about, any of these moments that we talked about thus far, and there's so many more moments and memories in that company and everything, head on over there, like, subscribe, check them out. Yeah.
Yeah. And if there's anything you as the audience wants to hear us talk about, or there's stuff you want to know, say it in the comments section, and you might see it. So anyway, have a great day.